Live from Austin, Texas, and trapped between the worlds of scaling sprites and polygonal 3D, it's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Danny. Help me, help me. I'm trapped by synthetic holograms.
Yeah, it sucks in here. Get us out.
There's holograms everywhere.
It's nothing but holograms and, like, sprites, and you think you can look around the sprite, but no, it just changes perspective, and it's a wall. You're trapped in a wall.
I hate wall traps. I hate games, and I hate streaming, and yet here we are.
And yet, yeah, this... It's some kind of penance that we're doing here. Or punishment, possibly of the divine sort.
The retro penance.
That remains to be seen. But regardless, hello. Welcome. We're about to play some Sega games. We're having an entire Sega week here. We started off with an excellent Sega CD Monday stream where everything went perfectly. No discs were thrown across the room. None whatsoever. That extended to tonight, when Windows apparently updated just to fuck with us, taking out the one setting we needed to change to get MAME to work. So, after a brief and very intense reconfiguration, we managed to get things up and running.
Yeah, things are working.
And hopefully we have a coherent show to give you tonight. If not, well, we've died before here on stream, and I'm not afraid to die again.
Retro Pals, we love death.
So you can judge by my doomed tone that I'm taking here that we're playing MAME this week. I decided we need to play arcade games, because that's always a great idea. We polled our patrons, asked them what kind of hardware they wanted to see, and here's what they said. It was a freaking tie. It was a tie between Sega System 32 and Namco System 2. All of these, by the way, are from the early 90s, from 90 through 94, 95, so that particular era. All of these feature games from the height of beat-em-ups, the height of one-on-one fighting games. I think it's a nice little niche to explore. It's from the glory days of arcades, the one, or at least the glory days I associate with arcades.
It's the glory days because that was our childhood, baby.
So the Retro Pals coin flip determined that we should play Sega System 32, and boy, what a mistake that was, because a full half of these games require you to set up analog controls or special situations just to emulate. For the record, every single one of these games in MAME is marked as yellow, which means imperfect, which means working with problems.
Yeah, that's actually what it says in the window here. So
Not a single one of these games is perfectly emulated, so what you can expect here are sound glitches, video glitches, imperfect emulation, occasionally full-screen flashing, which I'll try to warn about.
Cool.
But these are generally pretty flashy and badly emulated games.
Hell yes. Alright, also thank you to Lex Prod and Sasquatulus for the resubs. Thank you, Sasquatulus. 18 months, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. But I think this is a very important era to cover, especially for Sega. So this is Sega System 32, the follow-up to both the Sega System 16 and Sega Y-board hardware. What this does is it upgrades the existing hardware and superscaler technology, making it an all-in-one system, so you can make superscaling games with big sprites, all the best. Unfortunately, around this time, that was kind of difficult to port these games to home console hardware. They were a little bit too intensive for Genesis, and by the time Saturn came around, these games were old, and it didn't make much sense to port them. So for the vast majority of games we're playing tonight, these games were never ported, never came home, not in any future compilations, certainly not at the time with home ports. So for a lot of these games, unless you're a huge arcade nerd, you may not be familiar with them.
Ooh.
So I'm looking forward to showing these off in a stream context. Let's get things started. Let's just jump right in. We got something like 22 games to show off tonight, so just going to do a couple of credits of each, see how that works out, and it's all going to go absolutely perfectly.
Totally normal stream, totally normal time.
We start off in 1990, the very first game released at the tail end of the year for the Sega System 32 board. 32-bit power in the palm of your hand? Wait, no, cabinets are really big. What are you doing?
I'm trying to move this closer so I can actually use it.
All right.
Going great.
Show me that beautiful screen.
It's Rad Mobile.
Rad Mobile. Now this game I actually did play in arcades. This was one of the few System 32 games that got, I'd say, good distribution in the US and Japan. It's also famous for that blue critter up there at the top of the screen. This is the first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog in any Sega game.
Oh, wow.
He made his debut there.
Volume up a little bit.
Okay. Let's do
Just
that.
like one or two touches. That looks better, yeah.
Okay, so I'll keep it just... Okay, I know now.
Okay.
So a lot of these games, they require analog controls, which is a huge pain to set up. And the best part is they're not even consistent between games. Like, some games I can use the analog stick just fine. This isn't one of them, so Alex, I'm going to ask you to man the keyboard. By the way, trans. America.
Alright.
So I want you to do left and right on the keys.
Okay, like left arrow and right arrow?
Yeah, I just want you to steer. I'll handle the gas, the brakes, the wipers, the lights. Not kidding, those are actual buttons on the machine. You have to hit the lights and hit the wipers.
With left and right here?
No, it'll be on my controller.
Okay,
All you gotta
okay.
do is steer.
Wow, okay.
Alright, have fun. Can you steer?
Yes,
Yeah, be careful. It's a little bit...
That is a stupid idea!
It's a little touchy, but it's better than actually getting the analog to work on the stick. So this game, it was semi-ported to Sega Saturn a few years after its release. It was released on Saturn as Gale Racer, a very downgraded port from our buddies at System Satcom.
Yes!
For whatever reason, those guys were commissioned to port a Sega arcade game to Saturn. It did not turn out well. That is not a very good port. It's not terrible, it's just really behind the times, especially compared to Ridge Racer.
I'm a normal driver.
So how's this footage looking? It's looking pretty good.
Ah! It's normal! I'm normal!
Okay, good.
I'm a good driver.
We entered the Mojave Desert. This game, it is a, a simulation of a cross-country trek. Woof! Across the United States. You gotta avoid oncoming traffic, evil policemen.
So this is just Blues Brothers.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're on a mission from God.
Boy, Blues Brothers are drunk as shit.
Yes. Listen, this car is imbued with supernatural powers.
These controls are way better than what I had set up originally, believe it or not.
I'm just not very good at driving games, so...
But your main takeaway here is this is an upgraded Sega System scalar game. Oh, I gotta hit the lights. There we go. You can clearly see, if you look at the sides, these are just like tiled sprites simulating walls and barriers and stuff. But this is 32-bit hardware now, so it looks a little bit better than the Type Y and Type X boards of the past. Alex is not used to driving on the raised, curved roads of Las Vegas, apparently.
No, I'm not. Like, every time I've been to Vegas, the roads have been normal. This must be this
is why we take a cab.
This is why I don't drive, honestly, because the roads, I hate going on the, I take, a lift, and then I go on the I-35, here in town, and the roads are just, like, turning upside down and shit, and I'm just like, I couldn't do this. I'm hiring somebody else to do this for me.
They got loop-to-loops, they got jumps. Oh, no, you gotta do better than that. We have to get to the next level.
Okay. We're gonna keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, do better this time and not bad.
Alright, Alex.
Drive like you're in Vegas.
So, like I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Alright, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god, Alex. Look, you can totally take a cab from Los Angeles to the East Coast. It's better than letting Alex drive. Oh, stop dead in your tracks. Now, ideally, I want to get to the next stage so we can show off the rain and water effects. It remains to be seen whether that'll actually happen. Now, there were a couple of cabinets of this.
I wish I could control my speed!
One a nice sit-down cabinet, and another a stand-up cabinet, which was more common from what I remember. Well, fuck it. We're never gonna get this stream going right tonight. So, let's move on to the next game. It's 1991, a new year, a new time. We're no longer driving in Las Vegas. Instead, we travel to the magical world of Arabia for Arabian Fight. Alex, pick up your controller.
Okay.
Now look at this game. This game's main claim to fame are the massive sprites and the scaling that involves them jumping in and out of the camera like that. Look at how this looks.
It's good.
It plays like shit, but it looks good.
It does look cool.
Let's go ahead and turn this down.
Let me move the mouse here.
Alright, so just like last time, I've set it up so that I control players 1 and 3, and Alex controls players 2 and 4, so this is going to be a big clusterfuck.
Hell yeah. Okay, we're being told again to turn up the volume.
Well, there's no sound here. There's sound panel.
Alright, more. That looks good.
Alright, push your button. Now you have a magic attack, and I want to show that off as soon as the game starts, but when that happens, it's a full screen flashing effect, so here it is. There we go. Nice full screen effect. Beautiful.
This sucks for Alex.
Uh-huh.
Alex doesn't like this.
Okay, it's over.
Okay.
Good news is you don't have to use your magic. Now this is from the era of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and also Aladdin. So, imagine Aladdin, but everyone was beating each other up like it was the Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And you get Arabian Fight. Personally, I appreciate the pun. It's a pun on Arabian Nights. Look at that scaling. They're huge. They're huge and uncontrollable. Now, supposedly it's possible to one-credit clear this game. I think there's videos out there that prove it, but it's not something you want to try. The controls are very inconsistent. Yeah!
Yeah. Whoa!
Whoa, dragon! We did it!
Pyramid power.
Pyramid power. These camels are massive. So these are the kind of beat-em-ups that Sega was making at the time. Suffice to say, not as fondly remembered as stuff like Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons, but boy, they sure tried. And their games do look pretty decent, especially for the time. 91, this is a good-looking game. Nowadays, this game is only remembered for one of the characters. I think her name is Ramaya? They made a couple of figures of her.
Oh, God.
I have one of them.
I've seen... So that's what that is. I thought that was just a random babe.
No! There are no random babes in my collection.
I'm sorry.
I know and love them all. There was a series of Sega Gachapon figures that was really cheap, and I thought was cool. I also have figures of Ney from Phantasy Star, and Asha from Monster World 4.
Are those the figures that are reject figures?
Yes, they were cheap because they were rejects. They're all like missing arms and shit. Ooh La La is missing her leg. Look, I don't collect figures, so I'm okay with getting some imperfect ones.
Come on, boys. Slowly waddle over here.
Mm-hmm. But I could see this being a pretty neat novelty with you and 3 friends. Just beating up on the dudes.
Kick their ass.
Let's murder this guy and then move on.
Alright.
I'm hoping for like 5 minutes per game. Yeah!
Well, rip.
Good work, team.
Rip to that guy. Cool
What
pyramid.
lies in the pyramid? Play the game and find out. We gotta move on. Alright, good work, Alex. Next game in 1991. You heard of this thing called F1? It's a thing where they race the cars.
Don't like that.
Well, this is F1 Exhaust Note. Now, a lot of these games, including this one, are twin monitor. What I've done is I've shrunk it down to one monitor, and hopefully the sound doesn't bleed over, because that sometimes happens. Like, you end up hearing both monitors. With any luck, that won't be the case here.
No sound so far.
Vroom. Ooh, too bad.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
This one you don't need to play. I got this.
Okay, good.
Now, they did make 2 F1 games for this particular hardware. This first game just pretty much entirely ripped off the car models and sponsors and all that stuff. The second game, they actually bothered to get all the right licenses. Dear God, please let the controls I set up actually work. Oh, good, they do.
Nice.
So look at this game. Look at this big-ass car. I imagine this was a hell of a thing to see back in arcades in 1991. No more little cars. You get the big cars.
But I love the little cars. It's my favorite direct-to-video Brinquedo series.
I like What's Up, Balloon to the Rescue.
I mean, that one is good, but you know, the little cars, they had their own musical in Brazil. I don't know what else to say.
I guess that means they're the better one.
Well, I mean, have you seen Cars? I know what I'd rather watch.
True, true. Oh, by the way, if you've played any of these games, feel free to shout out, tell us any memories you might have, any relevant information, because for a lot of these games, I'm not too familiar with them.
Let's see, Super Sprint for Life.
Oh, Super Sprint's good.
People keep calling this car dummy thick with a fat ass.
It's huge, isn't it? It's just there, taking up like 40% of the screen.
It is a fat ass car.
Oh, I actually finished a lap. Now, this is also the weird period of time right before Sega introduced the Model 1 board, where they made Virtua Racing, and then came Model 2 with Daytona USA. These racing games from this period, again, never ported, not too fondly remembered. And I'm glad they're preserved in MAME, because God knows you wouldn't be able to find them anywhere nowadays.
Okay, Tepid Snake mentions that F1 Exhaust Note is a game I've seen a few times, but always broken in or switched off.
Aw, oh, damn.
And Electric Boogaloo mentions that this game and F1 Super Lap were both designed by Satoshi Mifune, who worked on a bunch of Yu Suzuki 80 scalar games.
Yeah. Oh, right, I guess these games would be a follow-up to Super Monaco GP, which was Sega's previous big racer in, like, 88, 89, I think? I don't think I'm going to finish this lap.
Rip.
Well, at least I didn't have to drive in Vegas.
Oh, so I'm the one who gets shit about driving bad.
Oh, yeah. So that's cool. And, man, just... this game represents them pushing the superscalar technology to the absolute limit. Like, this is the most you can do to replicate 3D outside of actually using polygons. They were really pushing it up until they finally had to switch to polygons, and then they went all in. Let's see what's next.
Jampolian says, I'd say this car is about 30% Blomby.
It's a pretty Blomby car as far as race cars go. One of the Blombiest I've seen. So, you remember Rad Mobile?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever wish that all the fun would be sucked out of Rad Mobile?
Yeah,
Okay,
actually.
good. Because the next year came a pseudo-sequel called Rad Rally, which is a way more serious game. It takes out the dashboard buttons. You no longer have to hit the lights or the wipers. There's no cops who stop you and yell at you. Whoa, let's turn that down.
Just...
There we go. In fact, I don't really know why they made this. I guess Rad Mobile didn't make its money back and they needed to find some way to to recoup their effort. It's also kind of weird they'd release 2 games like this in the same year, but here we go. Rad Rally. Now with significant less radness.
With like 20% rad, maybe
Yeah.
30%.
Okay, what did I do to set this up? Oh, start button. There we go. And away they go. Yep, same graphics, just kind of reskinned, repurposed. No longer has that pesky hedgehog in your rearview mirror. And goddammit, wouldn't you know it, they ditched those weird angled hall pathways, and I'm dead now.
You are so dead?
I miss the roads from Las Vegas. It's an accurate representation of what it's like to drive in America. Alright, if anyone can tell me about why this game exists, I would be happy to hear it.
It exists because it feels like a darker, edgier version of Rad Mobile.
I guess it does, yeah. Maybe they thought Rad Mobile was a little bit too goofy. A little bit too out there.
Let's see. Chat prefers the sound effects, specifically the B sounds from Rad Mobile. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's no music in this either.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a downer.
I agree. Our car should be able to jump.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, one big difference is this game is actually 2-player, while Rad Mobile is 1-player only.
Okay, well that's a big boost then. Yeah, this is a twin cabinet game. You're just seeing one side of it.
Rad Purgatory. Yep, that's this. Look at this. It's like, it's not heaven, it's not hell, it's some in-between
Yeah, it's just somewhere in between where you linger for all eternity. The Rad Rally universe. You know what? I don't think I'm even going to finish this credit. You've seen Rad Mobile, you know that it's a way better game. On the other hand, if you want a more serious 2-player version, there's this. So go ahead and travel back to 1982 and play it with someone.
Play with your buddy, play with your friend.
Yeah, why not?
Just play it.
Alright, next up, we got a real banger of a game here. So if there's any game people might recognize from Sega System 32 hardware, it's Spider-Man the video game. For whatever reason, I've only ever seen this game in pizza parlors, never an arcade, like an actual arcade with arcade cabinets. This was confirmed on Twitter earlier today when I was talking with Trough of Luxury, who has also only seen it in pizza parlors.
So it's the pizza game.
It's the pizza game. And here it is. Alright, pick up your controller. This is going to be some madness.
Chat says pizza time.
Hey, you know who my favorite superhero is?
Who?
Spider-Man.
You know who can do anything?
Spider-Man.
You sure can.
Who do you like?
Spider-Man.
Oh, good answer.
Spider-Man.
Alright, so this is a 4-player game, so pick up your
This
controller.
fucking music?
Spider-Man.
It's good.
Okay, that looks good.
Oh, you can be multiple
Submariner.
of the same characters. That's weird.
Spider-Man. Black Cat.
This intro's good.
Huh. Spider sense tingling. Signaling danger. Trouble up ahead. Let's go, Spider-Man.
Let's go, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Is the volume not fine?
Mm-mm. Chat's asking for it to be a little bit louder. Okay, that looks better.
Alright. So, look at us. A Catwoman, a spidered man, a guy without a shirt, and some guy in some purple costume. No one had ever heard of these guys at the time, and now they're the biggest box office grossers in the world, so thanks, Sega.
Wait, is Submariner in any of the Avengers films?
Well, why wouldn't he be? We
I
love
mean-
Submariner.
Look at him! I mean, no offense, but Submariner's main characteristic is that he wants to have sex with the Invisible Woman.
I'm sorry, really?
Actually, yes. No, seriously.
Isn't it like that he talks to fish, or is that Aquaman?
That's Aquaman. He is the king of the sea. He hates pollution, and he absolutely wants to ruin Reed Richards' marriage. I'm not joking.
Submariner has a wife, reports the chat. Is
What?
it the Invisible Woman?
Is it? Okay, because did that change? Because I read a lot of Fantastic Four in the 2000s and up to like 2010 or so, and it was all just Submariner being like, "Hey, Reed Richards, you do not deserve your wife, and I hate you. I will help you out only because I like your wife, who is cool. You suck though, and you're a terrible husband."
He's like, look, it's not cheating if the other party is invisible.
Oh, he had a wife that died. Okay, well.
Oh, okay, and now he's horny. Now I feel like I'm all caught up on Marvel Comics. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's about it.
So another thing this game is known for is the Spider-Man sprite, who, when he walks, just kind of has a weird slouch to him. He looks kind of depressed, actually.
He does.
That's it's a real difference from other brawlers at the time where everyone was real hyped to be there. Spider-Man, it's like, he doesn't really want to do this. Man, this game's good. Oh shit, it's Venom. He's gonna turn Spider-Man into an asshole. He's gonna start doing that dance no one likes.
Oh no, don't do it!
I like that movie. Spider-Man 3 was my favorite one.
Spider-Man's contractually obligated walk cycle. Thanks, Chad.
Oh, time for another license game. What is this, LJN?
This is good, actually.
Yeah, this plays great. The characters are nice and big, really detailed. For point of comparison, this came out alongside Captain America and the Avengers by Data East, which in comparison uses much smaller characters. And sometimes the characters get real big, and it turns into a side-scrolling platformer. And the game controls completely differently here.
Oh my god, it does. I gotta go up?
Let's go up. Yeah, here you get ranged weaponry. You can jump. And yeah, it's 2 games in 1, basically. Really good and creative use of the hardware scaling and rotation capabilities.
Yeah, actually. This is really cool. Is that Namor Cola?
I think it is.
Look, there he is up there! You conceited dipshit.
But yeah, this is what 32-bit hardware gets you. Just real detailed sprite graphics. And I think this game uses that better than most of the other games on this hardware.
Man, does anybody in chat remember the Namor subplot in the 90s where it was either late 80s, early 90s, where he tries to take over? He becomes a corporate guy just to try to do corporate espionage on a like fake Exxon style company because he's sick of oil spills. It was really good. It was like
That sounds good.
It didn't go obviously far enough, IMHO. Like I think you should have just like beat the shit out of the guys. But yeah, it was interesting. Okay, so thank you.
There you go. You made it. We're good.
Okay, someone remembers that. Thank you.
Now, I know this game had to have been in some arcades, but report in if you've seen this arcade in the wild. I'm curious to know if it was a pizza shop exclusive. Also, that's what they call them, pizza shops.
Yes, Uzi, it was... I forgot that the evil gas company was called Roxxon.
Roxxon!
Spider-Man.
I'm back.
Okay, BBH says they have one at ground control, so it's no longer Pizza Parlor exclusive. Me, I saw this at a Gaddy's, a Peter Piper Pizza, and one other local chain I don't remember the name of. I just really think this game was pitched towards pizza parlors who were looking to get at that Ninja Turtles money.
Spider-Man.
You just...
At least that's my Sega fan theory.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, this game's neat. Check it out. It's pretty lengthy, it's good fun with 4 players, and to save Alex the trouble, I'm just gonna quit here.
Okay, thank you.
Good work, Namor, and also Spidey.
Thanks, Spidey. BBH mentions he saw this at a movie theater, so...
Okay, there goes my theory. Maybe just in Texas, it was exclusive to pizza chains.
Wait, hold on. People are... Okay, Devil Ray saw this at a hotel in a Nintendo red tent cab.
Whoa, cool. That's good presentation. Those cabs are cool. Alright, so next game, we have entered 1992. Last few games were from 91. Weirdly enough, there was only like 3 or 4 games, though I guess Sega was making games across multiple hardware types. This was the most complex game to set up, and I will never stop bitching about how tough it was to set up, so let's play it. You can sit this one out, Alex.
Okay, cool.
This is Air Rescue. Good volume?
Yeah, that looks good. I think it's hitting fine.
Okay. Yeah, so I've set it to capture the second monitor for one reason. That's because during the attract mode, the audio is just blaring from both cabinets and it starts to bleed over each other. So what you need to do, if you want to listen to the second monitor only, is to hit F2 to send the game into test mode. But it's only in test mode on Monitor 1, so you can listen to Monitor 2 to your heart's content. Now you get to the fun part, setting up 2 different analog controllers in MAME just to play this one game. If you decide to do that, good luck. God be with you. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Luckily, this game's pretty great. I think y'all are gonna like this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is pretty much a 3D rendition of Choplifter. Turn it up? Mm-hmm. Alright. Now, one stick controls your altitude. The other stick controls back and forth and left and right. Once again, God help you if you ever want to set this up yourself. But basically what you gotta do is go into the enemy camp, and you gotta rescue the boys. I think you're gonna like these boys.
They're screaming help, I can hear them. I love these. Oh my god! Holy shit!
Alright, we got the boys on board. Let's take them back home. This game is pretty great.
Those boys are amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Alright.
You're welcome.
I see multiple regulars in chat calling this guy, pardon me, Crackhead Johnny?
Yeah, that sounds like the right name.
I was
Crackhead Johnny and his clones have all gotten captured behind enemy lines, and you gotta save them.
I love these boys, though. There's so many of them. They're like these tiny... It's like an army of fucking, like, Guile meets Duke Nukems.
Hey, if you join the army, you get to look exactly like those guys. Now, I can only imagine this was a hell of a cabinet. Like, 2 side-by-side monitors, each with 2 dedicated analog inputs.
Yes! The boys are like M. Dickey's Guile. Absolutely nervous.
Oh, they are, yeah! They look like they just got out a hard time. Alright, here's some tents. Let's, you gotta use your radar to find the boys, because they're not always easy to find. Where's my boys? There they are.
Let's hear it for the boys!
The boys are back in town, boys are back in town.
You gotta return to base, your cabin's full.
Mm-hmm.
No more boys for you.
Can't fit any more boys. Gotta go back home.
Thank you! We got 550 bits from IAS, who gives us a lot of salutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, this game's pretty famous among the MAME Twitch streamers for some reason. No idea why.
Danny, the boys are beautiful.
They are. We have to save them all. So yeah, this game is a major pain in the ass to get working, but once you do, it's kind of fun. It's a unique take on the Choplifter formula, and it really maximizes the sprite scaling ability once again. Just look at this. This is a real complex 3D environment it's trying to render here. You got both a radar and a map over there. Fucking tons of helicopters on your ass. You're welcome. Alright, we got 6 more boys to find.
Also, chat mentions there is a Master System version, which unfortunately doesn't keep the goofy hostages and plays more like Choplifter.
Yeah, it keeps the name, but it's a totally different game. Sega did that sometimes.
Alright, thank you to Trophy Luxury. They resub and they say, love these boys. And
Well,
honestly, who
Time to save some more. Alright, boys, I'm here. I love that they run at you open-mouthed, like they just cannot wait. Oh boy, oh boy.
They're so excitable. I think I saw, like, Ravenworks compare them to, like, Baku Baku Animal Boys.
Pretty much, yeah, they got that weird, shiny, pre-rendered look to them. Alright, we've delivered the boys. They are safely back in town.
Seen a lot of bongo booties here.
I really wish I'd seen this cabinet in real life. I would have enjoyed the hell out of this game. It's a real unique fit for arcades, too. Like, you can't do this on home consoles in 92.
Mm-mm, not at all. The rendering technology for boys was, like, way worse back then. They couldn't even scale them at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was only the 3DO where we first started seeing live boy scaling.
Yeah, realistic boys.
Mm-hmm.
Here, they up the ante by making you fly through some dang mountain ranges just to get to your boys.
Baku Boy Lift. Thank you, Trough.
Well, let's save this last batch of boys, and then I think we'll move on. They're very grateful. I love that salute they give you. Oh, we left one behind.
I know.
You can hear him.
He's crying!
He's really loud. Shut up over there! Stop it!
He sounds like a cat in the morning when they want to get fed like an hour early or something.
Meow! Meow!
This is what Tess does every morning while you're still sleeping.
I don't even see him. His voice carries across the canyon. There he is. It's all his friends. Don't worry, just outrun the tank. Okay, I'll play this forever if you let me, so...
Okay, you gotta go.
This is a good game. I recommend
game.
checking that one out. Now, next up, you know what happened in 92? Something real unfortunate happened in 92. That is a game called Street Fighter 2.
Oh,
And
no.
Sega, using the System 32 hardware, tried a couple of times to make fighting games. These games aren't especially well remembered. And good news, Alex, you get to fight me.
Oh, cool.
This is Burning Rival. The Outlaw Fighters are now gathering here in Canada.
Oh no, Canada! Where in Canada was that? I don't know what's in the middle. I know what's on the west coast and what's on the east coast, but I don't know the middle.
Detroit.
Okay. Are they gonna
Burning
become
Rival.
human?
Ooh, maybe. Let's play this game. Now
Okay.
look at these fighters.
Okay, turn it up just a touch.
Okay.
3 ticks. 3. There you go. That should be good.
I'm gonna be the football guy.
I like the art style here. I want to be the luchador.
Okay. Yeah, I really like the clean, flat color look to this.
American football player!
And you're Santana, the wrestler.
I don't...
Alright, so what is this guy's moves?
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, it's a hot one, alright.
So, yeah, this uses 6 buttons, just like Street Fighter 2. So you can think of this as one of Sega's first efforts to really get that Street Fighter money.
Oh, that was my bar? I thought... Why was I looking at the time for my bar? My health
Yeah,
bar?
the time being represented as a bar is pretty misleading. You have this tiny health bar under it.
I got chop. I got that. Kick.
Ooh, there we go. He's a charge character.
She wouldn't charge.
Ooh!
Wow! Excuse me, American football player.
Alright, so...
Wow!
So, folks in chat, who's your favorite American football player who is also a fighting game character? Mine's J Maximum from World Heroes.
Did I win?
Yeah.
Let's see. Chat says...
You loser.
I need to fight.
Yeah, you gotta fight. We got business. Ooh, backdrop.
Well, you do not like aerial attacks. And...
So this game gets kind of a bad rap, but personally, I've played way worse fighters from this era. This actually looks good, and it plays decently. Like, it wasn't gonna dethrone Street Fighter 2 or anything.
You're just hooting.
Yeah, he hoots.
Brian Battler of King of Fighters, I see.
Oh, Brian Battler's a good one, too. I love that there's multiple you can name.
Should I go another round?
Yeah, why not? He just
I like
walked
that you
off.
just both walk off.
Fight called off.
Alright, I'm gonna be, You know, I'm gonna be the guy who you're gonna fight. This guy
Okay.
looks cool.
American football player versus Samurai Spirit.
Hey, Samurai Spirits is copyright SNK. Oh, shit! You set me on fire in my own football field?
I have no idea how I fucking did that either.
How did you do that? Ooh!
Right in
Damn.
the crotch.
come to my football stadium and disrespect me like this? I love the announcer, too.
No, 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 no!
I only know one move, but it's a good one.
Well... You just... I didn't even see that happen! Okay. I got this. I'm a normal man who can play video games.
Hokuto no Shock reveals that Santana, the wrestler, is voiced by the damn announcer from Street Fighter Alpha 3. The best announcer there ever was. Just wish there were more moves, but what can you do? It's a 1992 fighting game. Now, if you want some real shit from this era, play a Kaneko game.
Yes.
Like
Just-
fucking Blood Warrior or some shit.
Honestly, just play a Kaneko game in general.
Yeah.
Well, I won.
Or if you want a good one, play Jackie Chan. Karate Arnold!
Karate Arnold?
It's better than Footballer Bill.
Okay, do you think I can beat him?
Oh yeah.
I love your optimism.
Play any 8-bit fighting game, says Broken Scholar. Yeah, those are terrible. Compared to those, this is brilliant. Ooh.
He kicked me across the street! Ugh.
Whoa, they sell beef and pork at the clothing store.
Oh my god, and an eagle.
Alright, I'm gonna quit this.
Okay.
But yeah, this game's kinda underrated in my opinion. That's opposed to the next game, because in addition to a 2D fighter, the same year Sega wanted to make a 3D fighter with sprites. This is Dark Edge. You're gonna play this one too.
Cool.
Now this game is pretty famous nowadays for being a pre-Virtua Fighter 3D fighter. In fact, I've read somewhere this game came out 1 month before Virtua Fighter came out. And look at this. Look at this.
You're not making me play this.
Oh yeah, you're playing it. Oh, let me turn it up.
Yeah, turn it up until it's like about there. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh shit, it's me. Whoa, that guy's cool.
So look at these gnarly characters
Whoa,
they got in here.
That guy looks like that guy looks like he's from Pro Anarchy. I like that
He
guy.
does.
I'm playing as him.
He looks like an older version of the baby character from Captain Commando.
Oh, I love him.
I'll be this guy. Thud.
Thud?
Thud versus Goliath. So, your D-pad moves you all around. There is a dedicated jump button. I don't know which one I assigned for you, but you'll find it. And at some points you can be either behind the character you're fighting or in front of them, and it's real confusing, because the control reflects the direction you're in. Like right now I have to hit up to advance towards Alex, whereas right now I'm hitting right. It's a super strange way of doing a 3D fighter, and I have no idea why they even tried it. But it's kinda cool.
No, Goliath, wake up!
Damn.
Nice.
What's less intuitive, block button or jump button? Jump button. You shouldn't put a jump button in a fighting game, it's just wrong. It reminds me of Balls 3D.
Oh, agree.
But to Sega's credit, look how much work they put into the graphics of this game. Like they had to draw these characters from multiple angles, make them scale towards the camera and all that. And they had to draw multiple different angles for each move, which must have taken a ton of work. Well, you just kicked my ass. Let me try another match.
There I go.
Now looking at this, you really get the idea of how superior the 3D approach is, because you just render, model, and animate one character. You don't have to draw individual frames for everything. Let's be this normal looking lady. Genie!
Oh, she's a genie. Genie.
Fighting
Can I-
on water. And look at this, they got a reflection too.
Oh, that's cool. Oh man, why is this game so good?
I wish
I mean,
it
it's
was...
shit, but
Yeah.
it's like...
It looks so good, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I wish it was playable. Because it's kind of a neat idea. If anything, it's hard to track where you are on a 3D plane, but the scaling helps you with that. This is Alex's game.
I guess so.
You found your character.
I guess there's finally a game Alex for Alex here.
Poor Sega, just trying their best, even though this was not the approach that was going to work for fighting games. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's tournaments for this. Probably not, though.
If not, there should be. Now wake up, dude, dude!
I'm trying to find moves, but I don't think there are any.
Shit.
I think the game was entirely sold on the concept of, like, hitting a guy and throwing him towards the screen, just like that. Yeah, Alex, this is Alex's game. Do not challenge Alex at Dark Edge.
Do not. I will... Hey, if you argue with me online, you have to beat me at a game of Dark Edge.
It's true.
No actual fighting game players allowed, though. If you're, like, in the FGC, you already win any argument against me.
Noobs only.
Shitheads only! If your avatar is you holding a fish, I challenge you to this game.
You even beat the computer. This is fucked up. I'm gonna play something else.
No! My one chance at showing off how good I am at games.
So I tell you what, you want to see the other approach to a fighting game Sega took in 1992?
Absolutely.
This is some shit. I don't know if y'all are ready for this. Are y'all ready for this? This is Coliseum.
Oh my god, I've been waiting to see this game for, like, much of my life.
Oh boy, I don't like this game. So, my Tilt arcade at the San Antonio Macrelis Mall, way back when, they had a hologram time traveler cabinet. You know, the Cowboy FMV game where it's a hologram? That's a cool game. Eventually, I guess that cabinet stopped earning money for people, and Sega needed some way to convert it into something that made money again. And what was making money in 92? Fighting games. So they turned all the time traveler cabinets that they could get their hands on into the worst one-on-one fighting game I've ever played in my life. I played this when they swapped it in, and I was hugely disappointed. Time Traveler never came back to that arcade. It was just Coliseum until the very end. And now we're gonna play it.
Welcome,
Turn it up a little.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Coliseum, the martial arts world championship competition.
I hate him.
Pounding action guaranteed. Now let's introduce the fighters.
So on the actual hologram screen, it would look like that head was popping up and looking at you. But just emulated like this, it kind of loses some of the magic.
This guy seems kind of schlubby, so I'm picking him.
Okay. You'll love his name.
Player 1, self-taught martial artist, Jack Garrison.
He is a Troaniki.
Dave, are you ready for the time of your
What?
His name is Dave?
Round 1. Ready, fight.
And would you look at this shit. This is a 2-button fighting game. You have a kick, and you have a stronger kick. At least if you're this guy. Alex has punches. So the real cool thing about this game is you're always sandwiched up right next to the other guy. You cannot get any room whatsoever. You can try jumping away, you can't. You're stuck in the tiny hell hologram screen.
How do you like my jumping attacks?
I love your jumping attacks. I didn't jump for a single fucking second, dude.
Ready,
How do you like them?
I think they're beautiful, baby.
So this is kind of cool. I mean, like Dark Edge, this has really detailed character graphics. They have reflections. It looks decent if you see it on an actual cabinet, but personally I prefer Time Traveler. Ooh, this game does have moves.
The best way to play Time Traveler is on free play, IMHO.
Yeah, true. Imagine paying $1 to play this, because that's what it cost.
you win.
Alright, I'm just going to let Alex, as Dave, take on the computer opponents.
Yeah!
It's always great to see guys in good shape. The next challenger,
Wow.
Chinese Wushu Master, Professor Chen.
Give me a second.
Are you ready for the time of your life?
I like those boys!
Round 1. Ready, fight.
It is always great to see guys in good shape.
Hey, this guy is better than I am. Is that fair? Is that okay?
I don't think that's fair. I do remember back in the day there was one move you could use to cheese the computer opponents, and I got like 20 fights in. So once you learn how to beat this game, there's really no strategy to it.
Yeah, I'm kind of cheesing.
It's so simple.
Well, I'm good at it.
Here's the other thing. You shit? Is that what he said?
I assume it was you win, but
Okay.
also we got 100 bits from Trough of Luxury. Danny, could you read what Trough said to us?
Well, Trough says, let's hear it for the boys.
Let's give the boys a hand.
This is a great system if you like the boys. Here's the other interesting thing about this game. Out of all the games we're going to play tonight, this is the only one that was just released in the US. Never got a Japanese release. That's because Time Traveler didn't make it out to Japan, and this game was a solution to a very specific problem. The problem being Time Traveler.
Ready, fight!
I can only imagine what the Sega designers were thinking, just like, oh man, we gotta replace this FMV cowboy game with a horrible fighting game. We better just make this as quickly as possible.
No.
Oh, Devil Ray says, she's seen a JP Time Traveler in pics. Amazing. So maybe that cabinet did get some kind of distribution. Yeah, aside from our spinny, bulbous-headed friend, this game does not have much merit nowadays. But at least it's emulated. At least you don't have to trash a Time Traveler cabinet to play it nowadays.
25 bits from Tepid Snake, who says, I gotta be off now, but I forgot to give you a credit for being troopers and getting through the control setup for air rescue.
Nice, thank you.
We did our best.
Thanks for
you.
staying up late for us. I appreciate it. Let's move on.
Alright, what's next?
Why don't we play a good game?
A good game? Do those exist?
Man, after that last game, I don't know. Let's try it anyway. This is
Okay.
Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder. World version, so this is going to be 4-player madness.
Oh,
Now look at this fucking game.
I like that. I like this intro a lot. Full snake. Full dragon thing. Wait, no, that's a shield. Who the fuck is that guy? Is that Death Adder?
I think that's a Frank Frazetta.
Okay. Is he called Death Adder because he adds death to the world?
I think he was going for the snake, but whatever.
Oh, is that a snake? Well,
Yeah.
does the Death Adder snake add death to the world?
Sure it does. So, way back when, you may have been disappointed that Golden Axe never got a real sequel. Well, there was Golden Axe 2 and 3 on Genesis, but those were bad. Here in arcades, they got an exclusive-ass Golden Axe sequel, and it's amazing, so let's play it.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait, no, this is the 2-player version.
Well,
Fuck it, let's just do it.
alright. Can I be horse? Or
Yeah,
do you
be
want
the
me
horse.
Okay.
You be the horse.
I'm horse.
I'll be, this guy. That is Gilius Thunderhead from the first game, riding on a giant, and Alex is a centaur. So just in terms of characters, this is a huge improvement.
Dora the Centaura. I'm sorry. Okay, fine, looks good.
Down a little.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So look at these graphics. Look at these animations. This game looks fucking incredible. And it is a crime it never made it to a home console. Because again, this is a little bit too intense for Genesis. And by the time the Saturn came around, they were like, no, let's release a Golden Axe fighting game. Not this good Golden Axe. Also, hold up for a second. I want to use my magic.
Okay.
Check it out. It's Grandpa Skull.
Oh, I love Grandpa Skull!
I love that cutaway. Oh, get on that that mantis down there. Check this out.
How do I do that? Where'd my body go?
You lose your centaur legs so you can mount a mount.
Just want to say, that sucks.
I gotta say, that's a new fetish to me. Like, I
Yeah.
know people like seeing people transform into centaurs, but never away from centaurs.
It's a Wednesday, my dude!
I gotta point it out, though.
Oh,
It must be
fine.
said.
Do you have to, though?
It's kind of weird that a centaur would need a mount to begin with, because, you know, when you're a centaur, you're your own mount.
I guess so. I bet there's some tar furries who have some strong opinions on this.
But regardless of that, this game looks wonderful, it plays great, and some versions are even 4-player. Not this one. Frankly, I think that would be a little bit too chaotic.
kidding. I'm so sorry I interrupted her.
But basically your takeaway here is this is everything that was good about Golden Axe dialed up to 1,000,000. This is a true sequel, and it is good. And the only way you're ever going to play it is through MAME, because it was never in any kind of compilation.
Wait a minute, is some dude ratatouilleing you up there?
Yeah, that's what's happening. It's a character from the first game ratatouilleing a giant.
That's amazing!
Yeah. Oh, double team!
You did it. Oh.
Occasionally you go into the screen. Yeah, go beat up that elf. You can have that.
Thank you.
Alright, so who's played this game, and how much do you love it? Is it a lot? Oh god, I love that team-up attack. Okay, Blab says use horse magic, so do it. Use that horse magic.
How do I use magic?
It's the other button.
Pressing every button I can here. Oh god, I did not know.
There it is. It's just lightning. It's not cool like Giant Guys is. So here's what I want to happen. I want Sega to get off their asses and make a Sega System 32 collection already. Because it's been long enough.
Thanks,
The world
Gramps.
needs to know about Grandpa Skull. Thanks, Gramps.
I love, like, hitting people with these American Gladiator sticks.
Yeah, you got one of those pugil sticks. Oh, it's so good. And I'd say this compares favorably to other brawlers that were out at the time. Like, I think Konami had Turtles in Time out, along with X-Men. This stands up right along those.
Hey, that guy's on a scorpion.
That's not fair. Alright, let me play as one of the other characters.
Okay, I'm gonna be,
I'll be Trix.
I'll be Stern.
Okay.
Or is that Stern or Spurn?
Stern.
Okay. Like the pinball company.
Yeah. Stern is pretty much the barbarian guy from the first game. Look at that fucking scorpion.
I do like my cool purple outfit here.
It's a lightning scorpion.
Hey, I needed those.
Elves are stealing our shit.
Are they elves?
Or dwarves.
They're little, like, sprite men who live in the forest.
You
They're like-
tossed me.
They're gnomes. These guys are gnomes. These guys are total gnomes.
Is that like an insult?
Well, I mean, David the gnome is a good gnome, but these guys are like asshole gnomes.
Oh,
They're
you're
like-
saying there's good gnomes and bad gnomes?
Yeah, I'm saying that some gnomes are like David the gnome, and some gnomes are like, you know, they're
Assholes.
they're assholes. They, you know, they're trying to scam you.
Total gnome wads, yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, this is another top 5 System 32 game. I highly recommend you check this one out. Look at this, it's got multiple pathways.
Look at this cool scorp.
You can go into the cave with your giant ass scorpion.
So apparently scorpions have electric powers.
Yeah, that's accurate. Oh yeah, what's my magic? I grow trees
Delicious.
that produce fruit you can eat, so that's pretty cool. How don't you use your magic? There we go.
Wow. Firetown. I guess we should free this person. There you go.
And I guess we should move on, but I really enjoy this game.
Yeah, I don't want to go on because I don't want to play a bad game.
Yeah, suffice to say, if you ever wondered where the actual Golden Axe 2 was, because it certainly wasn't the Genesis one, this is the game you're after. You gotta play this. It is so good. You get catapults! What else do I need to say? Catapults! Let's move on. Good work.
Okay.
Alright, so I think we're gonna finish up our first segment tonight with a little game called SegaSonic the Hedgehog. Y'all heard of this guy? I knew him from Rad Mobile. He was hanging from the rear view. I don't know if he's done anything else since then.
Hopefully, Wait, is Ray the Squirrel in this?
Yes, he is.
Oh, I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, everyone knows Ray the Squirrel. Not so sure about this SegaSonic guy.
Man, I used to have a Ray the Squirrel tent as a kid that I would, like, go on campouts in my backyard. Well, actually, in my house.
I was more a Mighty the Armadillo guy,
Okay.
who's also in this game.
Oh, yeah. Is this his first appearance?
Yeah. His second appearance was Knuckles Chaotix.
Oh, man.
Let's go ahead and
around.
we'll let the attract mode play out, because this is a rarely seen game.
Okay.
Game was only released in Japan. There is actually a prototype version emulated in MAME, which only has Sonic. For the final version, they introduced Ray and Mighty, but initially they weren't part of the game. And this game uses a trackball and a button. It is an isometric platformer, which probably means we should rank it for Mascot Friday.
No.
So keep that in mind as you play this.
I don't want to.
Also, in what's really a good idea, I'm trying to emulate 2 different trackballs so me and Alex can both play this. You ready for this?
No.
I think you use the keyboard. I think that's how I set it up. If you need to use the button, it's control, the left control.
This
And
one?
yeah, and I'm gonna use my stick here.
Okay, turn it down just a couple notches. Okay, that should be good.
Let's play.
Okay, is it control to start?
Yeah. Or 2. Push 2.
To the button?
Yes. There you go.
Cool. I want to be Ray. It will not let
Hold.
me. Hold?
Hold the direction. Yeah.
Sonic and Ray!
This is how you play. Let me turn this down some more.
Okay, that's good. He's so fast.
This is a weird one. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. This is a weird-ass Sonic game. Yeah, this game. The game no one ever talks about. Oh my god, the controls actually work for you. Let's see if we can get out of Robotnik's genius trap. We did it! Good work. Yeah, trackball controls do not work great in MAME. But we're doing what we can.
Yeah, another time where someone's breaking out of prison.
Oh, we're back in prison again. I thought I was done with prison. Sonic's first ever voice actor? Possibly, and also Robotnik's as well. Now, to some degree, the trackball makes sense, because Sonic's fast, you want to make him move fast, so you want to spin that ball as fast as
Ray,
possible.
could you?
Also, this game's real chaotic. You're constantly falling off shit.
It's just Sonic and Ray screaming.
Also, if it ever asks you to hold the direction, you definitely want to hold it. Tapping does not work so well in this game. Yeah, if this was a real arcade cabinet, the controls would be better.
How is this?
Oh no! Go, go, go. Climb that shit. Poor Ray.
Ray!
The pin,
Ray!
Ray, the pincushion of the Sonic universe.
Oh, I'm going to heaven! Okay, thank you.
Alright, yeah, hit your button. 2.
I did. There we go.
We beat the level.
We
Somehow.
did it.
It looks so sad.
Okay, I kind of want Ray as a fucking as an emoji. That's amazing.
Yeah, disappointed Ray.
I love disappointed Ray.
Oh, Robotnik's got a Sega branded monitor. Sorry for the flashing.
Okay.
Alright, we're out of the lava level and into the ice level right away. Let's go.
Ray!
Yeah, playing this game on MAME is an adventure. This is sadly typical. If you're gonna play this on MAME, you're probably gonna have a similar experience.
It's Sonic die and go to heaven?
Yes, he did. This game proves all Sonic characters are Christians. Come on, buddy. You can make it.
This is a Christian video game. Come on.
Whoops. There we go. Good enough. Oh, come on. I totally made that. There we go.
We're just running and screaming.
Yeah, it's a game where you roll a ball and then you just kind of flail around and scream. As to how good of a 3D platformer this is, well,
I don't know if we can rank it because we don't have the proper controls.
that is true. We may have to get a trackball. I will say it's more manic and arcade-focused than typical 3D platformers. It's very straightforward. The whole game is just running in one direction or another. Really, that's all Sonic games.
Right.
You just run in one direction or another.
Ray, we've tried for years to get you on the stream, and now that you're here, you're just...
Yeah, now you know why Sega didn't bring him back till Sonic Mania. It's very hard to work with. Let's do one more credit. Hey, good job. Nice work. We did it.
I can't believe we did that.
So that's SegaSonic the Hedgehog, the first arcade Sonic game. But not the last. There was also Sonic the Fighters, probably plenty of coin pusher games. But back in '92, if you wanted to play Sonic at the arcade, this was your only option, and also you had to be in Japan. So let's move on to our intermission. So Alex is going to take a little break, but what I'm going to do, since we're on a Sonic the Hedgehog kick, is I'm going to play a little game called Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop. This is a game that lasts about 2 to 3 minutes, during which there will be no commentary. We're just going to take a little break. But please enjoy this simulation of a popcorn machine, which we shall discuss after this is over. See you in about 3 minutes.
SegaSonic ポップコーンショップ。味を選んでくれ。味を選んでくれ。オーケー。それじゃあ作ろう。スイッチオン。うわあ、エッグマン逃げろー。そうはさせないぞ。うわ、ゴンが。あとは炒めるだけだ。手伝ってくれよな。エッグマン、邪魔をするな。テイルズ、頑張れよ。手伝うかい？ハンドルを回してごらん。エッグマン、邪魔をするな。 ハンドルを回してごらん。エッグマン、ラストスパート。セイルス、持って行ってくれ。待たせたね。出来たてだから熱いぜ。食べたくなったらいつでも来てくれ。じゃあまた。サンキュー。味を選んでくれ。オーケー。それじゃあ作ろう。スイッチオン。うわあ、エッグマン逃げろー。そうはさせないぞ。うわ、こんな。やめろ。やめろ。うわ、こんな。やめろ。あとは炒めるだけだ。手伝ってくれよな。エッグマン、邪魔をするな。テイルス、頑張れよ。手伝うかい。ハンドルを回してごらん。エッグマン、邪魔をするな。テイルス、頑張れよ。手伝うかい。ハンドルを回してごらん。エッグマン、邪魔をするな。テイルス、頑張れよ。手伝うかい。ハンドルを回してごらん。お店の人、呼んでくれ。お店の人、呼んでくれ。お店の人、呼んでくれ。お店の人、呼んでくれ。
I don't know what I did.
Danny!
I broke the
Danny!
popcorn machine. It's
What did you do?
It's spewing all kinds of smoke. The popcorn's going everywhere. Oh my
Danny!
god, this whole room's gonna fill up with popcorn.
Oh
We
god.
gotta get the fuck out of here.
It's Wolf Child
We gotta
all over
go.
again.
Okay. Hopefully we all survive that. Yeah, that is a ROM for SegaSonic Popcorn Shop, which is a popcorn machine. You turn a wheel, and that makes Sonic progress along a conveyor belt, and then at the end, you have to pop the corn with the wheel. MAME marks this as improperly emulated because it requires a physical experience, as in, like, actually putting the popcorn bag under the thing and then making the popcorn. It simulates the entire video aspect of it, but not the popcorn getting part. And I thought as a joke I would do a bad run at the end, just like no input, but man, the game freaks out if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
We're dead now. We're fucking
We're dead. So if you ever see a real Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop, don't do that. Turn the wheel. Do whatever Sonic wants you to, because otherwise you're going to be in trouble.
Is there a way to install this on a microwave? God, I wish.
I wonder. Oh, as a weird side note, we're actually discussing popcorn makers in Japan in our Discord. Whoop Von Whoop brought up the fact that there was a Ninja Jajamaru popcorn maker, much like this game.
The fuck?
Yeah, there's actually video footage of it on our Discord you can look for if you want to. So even Jalico got into the popcorn poppin' business. And I heard nowadays, some 25 years after the Sega Sonic machine came out, there's still some out there, still making popcorn too.
I want to find one.
So once you get one of those machines, you got a machine for life. You got a popcorn maker. Well, nobody tell the arcade that I ruined their popcorn maker.
Please, we can't afford to fix it.
That was totally not my fault. We're all on the same page. We got to get the same story together.
That was Robotnik's fault.
It was Robotnik. Yeah, he came in and ruined everything.
He was like, "Don't you fucking dare!"
All right, now that we've got our story straight, let's move on.
All right, what's next, Danny?
So we left off in 1992, which brought us games like Air Rescue, Burning Rival, Dark Edge, and Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder. It also brought us some racing games, so let's play some Outrunners.
Ooh.
Now, this game actually did get a port to Genesis, but it was so bad that Sega didn't release it here in the States. They declined. Instead, Data East brought it over. So if you know if Data East wants to scoop up the scraps, it's got to be some shit. This arcade game's pretty good, though. It's based on Multi-32 hardware, which is a variant of System 32 hardware. Let's have a look.
All right. Is this in any way related to Outrun?
Yes, it's a sequel.
This is MRS from the Mega Radio Station.
Turn down the music.
Good?
That looks good.
Okay. I like that the announcer is named Jake Elwood. It's pretty good. Also, this game has some excellent music.
Okay. Electric Boogaloo mentions that this is technically a System Multi-32 game, which has an upgraded CPU and sound processors.
Yeah, so this game's a little bit more advanced from what we've seen. But it is a variant of System 32. And this game's kind of a looker. It looks pretty darn good. And yeah, the sound is supposed to just be in the left speaker, since this is a multi-cabinet setup.
Full roller coaster.
Yeah, you ride through a damn amusement park. The controls don't suck for this either. I like this. It's no Rad Mobile. Alright, so who plays this? Who likes this game?
Let's see.
Oh, just a couple days ago I got a chance to finally play Turbo Outrun for the first time in an arcade. That is a game that fights you. The steering wheel, when you crash into stuff, it actually rocks back and forth.
Yes, it does! I was watching a friend of ours. We were hanging out with a friend, and I was watching her play, and it was just... half the time it would just be like...
It's not like a rumble either. It like shifts back and forth, like really intense. You gotta grip that wheel.
Okay, and chat mentions this was actually developed by AM1, designed by Makoto Sugawara, and features music by Hiroshi Kawaguchi, Takenobu Mitsuyoshi, and
the Daytona
Takayuki
USA guy.
Nakamura.
Nice. So this is pretty much Daytona USA Light. This is a run-up to their Model 2 hardware. And for a System 32 game based on sprites, this looks great. The draw distance especially.
Okay, multiple folks have played this. There's apparently the cabinet has an LCD readout for music selection, which is really nice.
Oh, that's true. There's multiple buttons you can set up in MAME to switch music tracks. Because music is a big part of the Outrun experience. Oh, I'm running over people on bikes.
People like this game. A lot of folks in chat have played this game, and
It's
they
neat.
like it.
Yeah, I've played the original arcade one. It's fun. The Genesis one is not good. And that's kind of a shame.
Also, everyone loves that you can go up to 420 kilometers.
Oh yeah, that's your max. You max out at 420.
You sure do. Ouch! Those poor bicyclists, Danny.
They're fine.
They just run right through you.
I'm gonna be arrested now.
No. Well, Danny's going to jail.
I also like all the different paths you can take, which takes you through different countries for some reason.
Same time, babe.
Same time, babe. This is a good one. Check it out.
People calling you Jake Elwood here.
They call me Jake Elwood, the Wizard of the Japan course. Let's move on. Alright, we're still in 1992. We only got a couple more games, I think. Yeah, just 2 more Multi-32 games were released in 92. Let's start with Stadium Cross.
Yep, Jake Elwood, homicide committer. I love these colors.
Yep, this is a very colorful game.
Like it, like it, like it.
So this is a game for all you punks out there on motorcycles. This is a game with no rules. Stadium Cross.
This is the Outback Steakhouse of racing games.
Mm-hmm. No rules, just right.
Turn it the fuck down.
Let's turn that down a few notches.
That went right to the red.
15 seconds to start.
Okay, that looks good. Also, this background is incredible, and...
Yeah, that's like a background you would make.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the art direction I want to go for.
So this is a game where you're on a bike, and you can also punch the other riders. And you're also able to pull up to get more height. Kind of a nod to Enduro Racer, which was another Sega racer using motorcycles.
I love that there's beautiful weather at Sega Stadium, honestly.
Yeah, this announcer never shuts up. It's kind of great.
Alright, chat says this looks like that awful 32X game.
It does look like it, doesn't it? I really wonder if that game was supposed to be a port, because it looks so similar to this. Number 3, number 2.
Who's gonna win the championship this season?
I don't know.
Is in the lead. Lap 1. Beautiful weather here at Sega Stadium, and in the sunlight, a wild battle is taking place.
Is my driving that bad that you have to talk about the weather?
I love the fake echo here.
CCN's Andy Burnett coming to you live from Sega Stadium.
Oh, thanks, Andy Burnett. Well, that was a good $1 that we just wasted on this.
Game looks really...
It's real chaotic. Just the fact that you can punch the other riders is pretty great.
I love this game aesthetically. Don't know about anything else.
Well, they were making a lot of these. They were going to have some hits and some misses. I'm pretty sure this was a miss. But hey, at least we're having some beautiful weather here in Sega Stadium.
I want to go to Sega Stadium.
It's always beautiful weather. Alright, now here's a game I've actually seen in the wild. This is another multi-32 game. It's called Title Fight. Now this game is unique because there's no buttons. You just have 2 joysticks which are shaped like boxing gloves. And you have to you gotta waggle on them to beat this guy.
Oh, I've played this game before!
You have? What'd you think?
I thought it was cool. I actually thought it was cool, but oh my god, look at this guy.
Yeah.
He is so depressed. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, this is another game with a dual monitor setup. It expects you to fight another player, but there's also computer players you can fight. Look at John Freezer.
He seems like he's having a much better time.
Yeah. Oh my god. I got an error message in MAME. That's a new one.
Let's see
Let's
here.
try that again.
Swirl Dreams mentions that Cedar Point, the coaster park, had this game and the last game we played for quite some time. That's interesting.
Oh, neat.
I'm always interested in the weird games that theme parks had. Oh my god.
It's not letting me insert coins. It was working fine last night. Let's try the US version. May not end up playing this. Oh god, I didn't set up the single monitor for this. Yeah, this one gives the error too.
Yeah. Well, no memory bank for us. I'd say we're overdrawn at the memory bank.
Quiet you.
There.
Alright, I'm gonna rebind the coin key.
Okay.
And if that doesn't fix it, we may move on. Yeah, that's a new one. Never had an unhandled exception.
Okay, this game is also at bowling alleys and Piper Pizzas. That tracks.
This was a pretty popular game. Alright, here we go. There it goes.
Goodbye.
Well, I recommend you look up footage of this game because the characters are massive, and it's real fun to just wail on those sticks. They were designed to take a lot of punishment. Real fun game if you can find it. Unfortunately, MAME doesn't want to play it tonight.
Yeah, according to chat, BBH had to use an older version of MAME when they played this, so...
It worked fine last night. That's what gets me. I was beating up dudes. It was great, but I guess not. Well, we have entered the world of 1993, and the first game up is one of my favorite titles ever. This is called Alien 3: The Gun. The Gun.
The Gun. So I'll be pointing, and Danny will be shooting on this one.
Yeah. Oh, that's morphin technology. That's made famous in Terminator 2. Here's the problem. Y'all seen Alien 3, right? Now, Aliens, that would make a great game, because there's a bunch of aliens, a lot of heavily armed space marines shooting them. Alien 3, there's just one alien, and it's on a prison colony, and there's no guns. So Sega was like, cool, we're going to make a game with a lot of aliens and a lot of guns. And that's how Alien 3: The Gun got made.
Turn it down.
Okay.
good.
Alright, so the way we have this set up is I'm going to pull the trigger, and Alex is in control of the actual gun. Now, the sight will fight you. It tries to auto-recenter, but
Okay.
don't worry, just do your best. Did they even watch the movie? Maybe they did, and they just ignored it.
They're just like, no, no, no. Okay, just a little bit more, sound-wise.
Down?
Yeah.
There we go. Alright, shoot those aliens. Also a little flashy. Now this game uses a weird gun mechanic.
It tries to fight you, you're freaking right.
Yeah, see? This game borrows its gun mechanics from Terminator 2 in that if you lay on the fire button for too long, it becomes less powerful, so you gotta ease up on the trigger every so often. Kind of annoying, but I guess the game would be really simple without it. So a lot of good 3D environments, a lot of destructible terrain.
Oh, I want that pill. No, give me the pill. God damn it.
A lot of nice aliens who explode into big gooey messes.
I do like the guts.
Oh, here's the eggs. Take them out. Now, around this time, this was competing with stuff like, again, T2, the arcade game, the rail shooter from Midway. There's also Space Gun from Taito, another similar game. Sega went on and got that Aliens license, probably expecting another game in the style of Aliens, which did well for Konami. Imagine to their surprise, it was kind of a slow burn of a movie instead. I guess that's the risk you take with licenses, right? Like, you expect the sequel to just be more in line with what there was in the last movie. And then, no, it's some kind of David Fincher think piece.
So it's like, I think about like Cool World a lot like that.
Yeah,
like, everyone's like, oh, this will be a great license. Everyone will love this.
It's going to be the next Roger Rabbit, right? Fun for kids of all ages. And then it turns out like that. I've only ever seen this game once. It was at a movie theater arcade. And it was cool. The guns were nice and big, very vibraty. I tell you what, I kind of have a bias against these games, because one time I was playing T2, and I was looking through the sights on the gun, right, so I had my face right up against it. It dislodged my contact lens, right there in the arcade.
What?
Just made it slip right into the corner of my eye. It was horrible.
Oh no, also you used to wear contact lenses?
Yeah, I did. I can't wear them because they irritate my eyes too much.
Oh.
Also because I can't play T2 without getting them dislodged. That was another major consideration. Oh, this is a super face hugger.
You know what they need to do? They need to make contact lenses for gamers.
Yeah, contact lenses that can take a lot of damage, so you can lean up against those arcade guns. Because they don't tell you that when you have contact lenses. They're not like, okay, make sure you don't play T2 or Operation Wolf, or we're gonna have problems. Good job.
That guy died.
Gamer lenses.
Yeah, gamer lenses. You heard me. Like, make them, like, I don't know, put Mountain Dew logos on it.
Yeah.
So people look into your eyes and they see the words "do the do."
Mm-hmm. That's branding, baby.
Mm-hmm. That is brand synergy. And Mountain Dew, if you want to sponsor my next pair of glasses, I mean, I'm down.
Did I miss a 92 release? Well, let's go back and look at the list. That's Alien 3, the gun. Already in that one stage, way more action than there is in the actual Alien 3, the movie. So thank God. Alright, so MAME has F1 Superlapped marked as 93, and in fact it's our next game, so let's play that. Yeah, so the first game, they cheaped out on it. They didn't get all the licenses. They just replaced the ads with, like, generic but similar sounding names. The cars are basically the designs entirely ripped off from the real models. This game, look at all those ads. Look at all those real cars.
Oh my god, this is a
They licensed all that bullshit. They licensed Canon, they licensed Goodyear.
Danny, it's a brand bonanza!
It's a brand bonanza. A brand
love!
So let's hope this doesn't control like dog shit.
Use the wheel to select and step on the gas.
Also, you can clearly tell this is a sequel to the last game because the car is huge. It's another game for you big car fans out there.
Okay, the return of the big, beautiful wheels.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this game has an overtake meter, which is basically a second gas tank you can use to for turbo boosts. Oh good, the controls are normal.
Alright, you're doing good.
Thank you. Elf!
Elf is apparently an oil company. I was hoping it was just like an elf who was just like, hey, we exist, baby, we're elves!
I thought it was the PC porn game company.
Danny.
Anyway, how about that shell?
There's Pioneer! Give me a laser active. Please.
Yeah, this game's credit, it controls way better, though it may just be better emulated. Otherwise, if you want an F1 racing game with a big-ass car, have I got the game for you. Oh, another major difference between this game and the predecessor. The first F1 game, one of the cabinet sides could be broken and the other one would still work. This game, if one side dies, they both die. So you gotta get a whole new cabinet. That's how Sega makes their money.
Sega, thank you. Planned obsolescence, motherfuckers.
Yep. You gotta admire their business sense. This looks a little better than the first game, too. Billboards are nice and detailed. You can clearly make out the brands. And isn't that what it's all about?
Can I curse the stream for a second here?
Sure.
Colonel, I'm trying to drive around, but I'm dummy thick and the squeal of my tires keeps alerting the guards. Thanks, BMF.
Thank you.
We are dead now.
Yeah, look at those tires.
They're so big, I want to squeeze them.
Those tires are bigger than me.
Give them a hug. They look, I'm sorry, I don't know why, but they look delicious. They look like you should put them in the oven.
It tastes like rubber.
Well, no, you put them in the oven or a slow cooker for you cook them all day, and then, the rubber comes right off the bones. And it's tender, delicious. You put in a nice, put in some tomatoes. You got a stew. You got a tire stew.
You call them car ribs. Mm-hmm. Delicious car ribs. Man, now I'm just hungry.
Me too.
Will I make it? No. I just take off into the distance.
Game over.
Man, 1 year after this, we would have virtual racing. And the world was never the same.
Will you die if you eat tires? Will eating rubber tires kill you?
That's a good question. I got another question. What if we brought back dinosaurs into the modern era?
I think that's a good idea.
Someone should make a movie about that. Anyway, this is a Sega game called Jurassic Park. Not based on anything as far as I know.
An original property.
So a few months later, they returned to the island.
Why?
Again.
Again? God damn it!
No one ever learns anything. Not in Jurassic Park. So this game is a roller coaster ride a la Sega's Rail Chase series. Only it's licensed and it's got a bunch of dinosaurs. Alex, you ready to take over mouse duties?
Yes.
Good luck.
Turn it down!
Wow. Sorry about that.
That looks better.
Okay. Ready to shoot some dinos?
Yes.
Some dinos?
This music is killing me.
Do it. Alright, my role in this game is to hold down the shoot button while Alex aims the cursor. Luckily this game, the cursor doesn't fight you like Alien 3 the gun. If you want to watch a full playthrough, I recommend the Retsu play of this.
There's some...
Now, one thing I really like about this game is the driving music. Like, it never lets up. Boogaloo points out the Crazy Cat Taxi guy co-directed this. So he was like, what if we make a game where instead of driving a Jeep with infinite ammo, you drive a Crazy Taxi?
This music goes hard.
Yeah.
Constantly.
This is a 20-minute game, and it's the most intense 20 minutes you will ever live.
By the way, this cabinet is fucking fun. I used to always play it anytime God
Hi.
damn it, get out of here!
We're here too!
Yeah, I know. You're really smart. You can open doors. I get it.
Check out these claws. Ah!
Stop it. I'm trying to hit these rocks here, buddy.
Yeah, the actual deluxe cabinet is a simulated Jeep from Jurassic Park. It looks just like one.
And it moves, too.
Alright, we're taking on the Gallimimuses.
I like this part because they're just like...
Yeah, they're just in your way. And you can't stop. I mean, you can't... It's not like the Jeep can stop.
Hey.
If you're gonna drive through Jurassic Park, you gotta keep driving. Oh, you rammed that Triceratops right up the butt, and now they're pissed. Turn this shit around, we gotta go.
Move!
We gotta go. Oh, these herbivores are pissed. Alex doing a pretty good job of aiming at these dinosaurs.
Am I?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Of course, this is a game designed to drain your quarters.
Yeah, this is... I've never gotten this far in the arcade, and like when I've played it, by the way, I've usually died by this point.
I really like the graphics in this one. They do a great job with scaling the foliage.
Continue.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Also
So
enjoy.
many of these guys!
I just enjoy the fact there's zero downtime in this game. You just keep on going.
Stop.
The opponent says this is a thrill ride first and a fair video game never. Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, the spitters.
Stop it! That's disgusting! Fucking...
You can also think of this as a really abbreviated tour through Jurassic Park. Like, you spend 1 minute fighting the spitters, and then you're just on to the next dinosaur.
You can shoot the spit. Okay. These guys suck. Stop chomping me! I do not deserve to be chomped. There's signs for you.
Photography's permitted. Now it is.
God.
Pterodactyls.
Stop it!
You
Stop
pissed
it!
them off too? What'd you do?
Listen, they don't
Did you
like...
post one of your anti-dinosaur screeds?
No! I posted a fairly normal 568 tweet thread about why pterodactyls are the reason everything's messed up right now.
God damn it, Alex.
And only pterodactyls, the only reason anything's messed up.
You know they've evolved to use Twitter. Good lord!
Yeah,
Oh god, the Triceratops!
they're pretty pissed. Well, now we're under the treetops, so we should be...
Oh, you think
my
you're
God!
safe? Here comes all the dinosaurs.
Oh my god, they're all here! Billy! Boney!
Billy Boney.
Barney! They're all pissed!
Yeah, why are the pterodactyls attacking us? They don't really have much of a reason.
Well, someone's got to attack me. Again, I told them they could just block me on Twitter, and they,
I guess the dinosaurs all got together after the last time we went here, and they were like, look, if the humans ever come back, we all gotta take care of them. We gotta band together, we gotta solve our differences.
Stop it! Stop killing me! I'm the nice man online.
Us herbivores, carnivores, we gotta team up.
The dinosaurs unionized. I'm so pissed. How dare you?
Good for them, bad for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They're like, we're trying to cross a picket line, and they're like,
Alright, we're a fourth of the way through the game.
Get out of here! Get out of here! You too! Alright.
And I guess that's a good stopping point. But if you ever want the most intense thrill ride of your life, spend the 20 minutes on this game. It's worth it, for real. It's good shit. Rah, game over.
The other co-director of this game apparently was the designer of Virtualon.
Wow. Man. Big names going on to bigger and better things. Okay, we have one last game for 1993, and if anyone wants to explain this game to me, feel free.
Okay.
This is the only System 32 game that uses a hard drive. It's also supposed to use a printer and CD-ROM, but those aren't emulated. You can kind of play the game. So this is Kokoro Lla G, which, as far as I can determine, is the study of the Kokoro, which is Japanese for heart. This game determines what's in your heart, It reads your mind, reads your astrology, and then it prints a bunch of stickers based on your current mind state.
Okay. I love my mind state.
Just insert a coin.
Okay. Put it in.
And you'll get to meet the star of the game. This lady.
I can't hear her.
There's no sound.
Okay. That's wild.
She thought it was funny, though, whatever it was.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Anyway, let's play whatever this is.
This is Polybius to me.
This is up to 4-player, believe it or not. Up to 4 people can get their Kokoros examined. Yeah, let's go. I'm not going to get 4 players on this Kokoro Lla G thing. No. Alright, I want you to enter a password, but I'm going to skip that. It's like NBA Jam, but for Kokoros. So this is the Kokoro detective.
I love him.
He's out to determine what is your true heart. Also, this game is not emulated, right? So there's no music.
Why are his lips like that? I don't know.
Yeah, let's create a profile. We are ZZ.
Man, I love your music.
ZZ is an otoko. I honto adulto. All right, here we go.
Oh man. Which one of those do you feel like?
I want to walk the dinosaur.
Open the door, get on the floor.
So all this game is it asks you a bunch of questions, and then, as I said, it prints out stickers for you. Seriously, if anyone can give me any insight to this, it's saying something like, if you had a dinosaur as a pet, something like that, and you have to answer a question based on that.
Okay.
Now, if the dinosaur was that little, would you have a dinosaur as a pet?
I would have. Yes, I would.
Okay.
I mean, I have a cat.
Oh, look at him. You can just take him out to the park.
Oh, what a cutie.
I'm glad we resolved our differences after Jurassic Park.
He's like, listen, I get it. Or maybe this guy's just a traitor. He's like, no. I don't care about the other guys. I want in. I want the money.
I want to be one of those pet dinos. Yeah, 2 people. Oh, look, we all brought our pet dinosaurs to the park.
Oh no, are they gonna fight?
Ooh. Is this how Pokemon came to be? Oh, you can get a spitter. I definitely want a spitter.
No!
Yes,
oh, come on!
Absolutely.
It's like...
That's even better than a guard dog.
No!
You can blind anyone who comes into your house.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna wake you up in the morning by spitting in your eyes. You know that. They're gonna be like, where's my fresh dead animals? Poop, poop, poop.
Well, keep them fed. You won't have to do that. Alright, a dinosaur comes up to you and says, goo, goo. What do? Well, assuming I could read any of this, I would say C. Oh, the crowd, the dinosaur didn't like that.
Alright, chat said the A there was ignore it, but unfortunately, a little bit of delay here. It's hard to figure.
Alright, it's checking our heart. And we're gonna get some stickers here in a minute. Alright, for question 1, I said... Oh, I get a weird sticker for that one.
That's a weird one. Question 2. That's also a weird sticker. I don't like the drooling worms.
I think this machine has decided that I'm a weirdo just because I want a tiny dinosaur as a pet.
Hello.
Okay, I'll take that.
And question 4.
You know, believe it or not, this never got released in the States.
You don't say.
Yep, and the game's like, take your stickers, and if you want to insert some more coins and continue your profile and get more stickers, you can do that now.
Danny, I want one of these machines.
I kind of do too. Let's go ahead and do one more. There was a Virtua Fighter one I actually want to see.
Which one
was that? Was it A? I think it was A.
I thought A was what we already did, no?
No, we did D. I'm gonna reset.
Okay. No use.
It's no use.
押してください。
Yeah, one of the choices gave you some Virtua Fighter CG artwork, which I thought was pretty good.
パスワードを入力してくだ
I
さ
don't
い。
need no damn password. I don't need to hear from the Kokoro detective.
あなたのイニシャルを入力してください。あなたの性別を選んでください。調査項目を
Alright,
選
it's
んで
either
くだ
B or
さい。
C. Let's go with C. It is!
There we go.
So
Oh,
you-
they're skiing.
Yeah, you ever want to see the Virtua Fighter characters in a skiing contest?
Yes.
I think this is the only chance you'll ever get that. Yeah, there they are. Look at them go.
So, question number 1: is this cool or what? Yes. Very yes. Or
Is it cool to
extremely.
see Virtua Fighters skiing?
Yes. Look at them, and look at those skis. Those skis say trans rights. I love this.
Perfect.
Perfect game. Yes, this is absolutely canon. If you
Tell
don't,
you, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed through this just so we can see what the weird stickers are at the end.
all right. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, pie, your hands. As far as I know, these are exclusive renders. I don't think you can get them anywhere else. It's just in this one game. Alright, let's see what my stickers are that determine the quality of my Kokoro.
Okay.
Okay, that's normal. And what do they think? They think... Oh my god. Wolf.
Jamie, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. So, I'm gonna have good fortune?
Okay.
Wow, the ladies don't like me.
There. Sorry.
Wow.
No, that's not nice.
They really don't like me.
Yeah, we should go.
They
we
hate
need
me.
to go. I don't know what you said, but
Oh
they don't
man,
like it, and we should get out of here.
I'm sorry, everyone. I have a filthy Kokoro. I'm taking me and my filthy Kokoro out of here. Well, that was fucking weird. What the hell was with that? No idea. I can't even begin to say. All right, next game is probably the most famous game on Sega System 32 hardware. It is also the flashiest. This game is nothing but full screen flashing. So I'm only going to show it off briefly, but it's worth taking a look at.
I'm not gonna watch.
This is Dragon Ball Z V.R.V.S.
Who made Sarah cry? It was Danny.
It was me.
Sorry.
Fun fact, if you ever run a MAME stream, people are going to constantly come in and ask you to play this. BBH can attest to that.
Why?
Because it's a Dragon Ball Z arcade game.
Okay, volume looks good. I think. V.R.V.S? Is it like a virtual reality game or some shit?
It's kind of a first-person kind of thing.
Oh.
Look at this. So the graphics are great. The flashing is really unfortunate. It makes the
Yeah.
game very difficult to play.
Okay, turn it down a little bit. Just hitting the yellow a tiny bit. Okay, that looks good.
Okay. I'm gonna be Son Goku versus Piccolo.
That's like Goku.
Goku. And from what I can tell, this is a game about powering up and unleashing your power. So you gotta hold down to charge up, and then you push up to punch Piccolo in the face. The other buttons let you dodge, they also let you pose. And I gotta say, this does a pretty good job of representing what Dragon Ball is. It's just punching dudes and explosions.
Apparently this was played in an episode of Game Center CX.
Oh, neat.
And Teeter asked if this is DBZ Punch-Out.
Pretty much. It's very simplified, though. It really just involves hitting down, then up. There's one button to back up, so you can get some space. And there's also just straight-up punches. Once again, never ported. This is kind of an arcade-only experience. This doesn't really work as a console game. But it's neat. It looks cool. Oh! Piccolo wins.
Thanks, Piccolo.
Sorry, Goku.
Good, go Ted.
So that's neat. If anyone wants to hack that to remove the flashing, you will be doing the world a service. I'd love to play it more, but it's difficult. Alright, so 94. We're here. This is among the last batch of Sega System 32 games. By 94, they were rolling out the Saturn. Soon they would introduce the STV arcade hardware, and that would pretty much entirely replace the System 32. But until then, we got a couple more games, including Hard Dunk. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's giving me another error, really? Another game that worked fine last night is now refusing to work. There we go. Now we can at least see the intro.
3-on-3 Street Basket.
Now Sega, they were all about chasing the trends, so they made beat-em-ups, fighting games, and now their own NBA Jam.
That basketball fucking shattered.
That is a hard dunk. Dunk. Shot. 3-on-3.
I'm just looking at those guys' beanies. They're so big. They're almost like Jester hat style.
Kinda. Alright, so place your bets. When I insert a coin, is it gonna crash?
No, but you need to turn that down.
Didn't see that coming.
Sorry about your eardrums, folks. A little bit more, turn down. That looks better.
Okay. So we got Wilt, Bob, Step, Raz, Dick, and Max.
My God. It keeps going into the red occasionally. Just a little bit more if you could. Perfect, okay.
We're gonna play as Dick, because look at him. That is a look right there.
Wow! Oh my God! I'm sorry to be this guy, but oh my God, Dick!
Uh-huh.
Clip that for whatever purposes you need.
Dick looking straight out of DD Crew. Another excellent Sega game.
I love that guy. Trying to stop myself from saying something really stupid.
I love that Dick.
Thank you.
Oh, dunk!
Dick does have power.
Dick just elbows people. He doesn't care. So this is a half-court basketball game, and it plays way faster than NBA Jam ever did. It's also a really different game. Not quite sure if I like it, but it makes a definite impression with the graphics. Plus, I mean, Dick.
Dick!
Dick. Rocking the jeans, sun hat, and suspenders combo.
God, I love Dick.
Dick don't give a fuck.
That was cool.
One thing I gotta admire about these games, even if they don't play all that great, the graphics are just amazing. Like, in terms of pixel art, Sega was at the top of their game. Even for throwaway basketball games. They just drew 1,000 highly detailed frames for Dick and his friends.
He doesn't have big dick energy, he has pure dick energy because he is the essence, he is the id of Dick.
The purest of dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Bullshit. Bam!
I love the way he held his hat!
Yeah. Gotta keep the hat on. Changed my mind. I like this game. This is fun. Like, sure, it's mostly presentation, but wow, what presentation it is.
Chat is all dick talk, so that's good.
Good. Mission success. Of course, they start scoring all the baskets. No, you can't! I win. Dick wins.
Thanks, Dick.
Thanks to Wilt and Raz. Y'all didn't do shit.
Oh no, Dick versus Dick!
Oh no, Computer Dick. Man, I want to play more of this. Also recommended, if you're into arcade-style basketball games, a game called One-on-One Government, which is a very weird basketball fighting game.
I must have misheard that. Did you say one-on-one government?
It's called One-on-One Government. That's the name. It's Japanese.
No.
And it's a basketball game. Back me up. People who watch BBH's stream. There is a game called One-on-One Government. Oh, I played this way too long. It's fun.
It is fun.
Check out Hard Dunk. Why not?
Hard Dick.
Thanks. Moving on to our final few games, and the final game of 1994, Super Visual Soccer Sega Cup. You heard of this soccer? A lot of people were making a stink about soccer the last week.
Yeah, they were like, hey, these people are good at, these women are good at soccer, and you should pay them like you pay these other people. And everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what this game is about.
Okay, well, tell these boys, tell them to unionize.
Let's do a league game. I want to be Brazil. Brazil #1.
Brazil versus Germany.
And I know you would have never guessed this, but this is a soccer game that uses System 32 hardware, so it looks pretty damn good.
Oh, good point. The two John Ultimo mentions that System 32 is sorely lacking in quiz, trivia, and mahjong games.
That's true. Where are they? There was the Kokoro Lla G game, but I guess that's about as close as you get.
I mean, I would love to see a super scaling, just out of this world quiz game.
Yeah, just constantly scaling sprites.
Just the questions just flying right at you. Just in the answers zooming by, maybe in stereo surround.
Is the fucking ref trying to get the ball? Get the hell out of here, ref. There, now no one gets to play soccer.
Exactly, I want a mahjong game where the mahjong tiles are like, you know, headed right at me.
Mm-hmm.
Where I like duck my head like, whoa, it's so real!
I want to get in on the action.
Mm-hmm.
I have one ball left.
Okay, good luck. Fucking game audio.
So even though MAME marks these games as imperfectly emulated, I still think they're pretty good. They're definitely playable. They just might look or sound a little strange. And I hope they improve the emulation soon. Other than that, though, pretty nice variety of games. Mahjong and quiz games notwithstanding. Wait, am I aiming for the other goal now? Or is this mine? I always kick the ball over the net.
Yeah, there's a lot of boys here, too. Boys
Oh yeah, plenty of boys.
That's one thing the System 32 had a lot of, and that's boys.
That is realistically rendered boys.
You had the Dragon Ball boys, you had these boys, you had
The Air Rescue boys, the best boys of all.
Oh, I love those boys.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I got one!
Hey, congrats
Nice.
to Brazil!
I win. Game over. We're running short on time, so I might as well finish this up. So,
Alright.
95. The Sega System 32 is entirely phased out at this point. No real Sega games came out for the hardware this year, but there were still a couple of outliers out there, including Capcom, of all people, who made a game on System 32 hardware. It's called Slipstream. It was only released in Brazil and what they claim to be Hispanic territories, so I guess Mexico.
Yeah, I was gonna say Latin American market, I assume.
Yeah. Now, at this time, Capcom was banking on their CPS hardware. They were all in on CPS 2, making stuff like Alien vs. Predator. What they didn't have was hardware that could do 3D racing games, and I guess they saw a niche that needed to be filled in Brazil and Latin American countries. So they told Sega, hey, give us one of them boards you got in your warehouse. And they made this game.
This game looks cool.
It is pretty cool. Let's check it out.
Oh shit, Molson, let's get drunk.
Yeah. Definitely a strange situation, but yeah, CPS2, even though it was good with sprites, it didn't really handle scaling or anything that would be good for racing games.
Is that Spanish or Portuguese? Is this made for Portugal?
Well, there was a Brazilian version too.
Okay. I'm probably missing it.
Okay, there's a lot of vehicles you can choose from. This one has best balance, this one has quick handling. This one is fun to drive.
Well, I'm glad.
I gotta go with the fun to drive one.
It's an arcade game, you gotta have fun. Okay, it's Spanish. Okay. Thank you, Cool Coyote.
And yeah, by 95, a lot of games were moving to 3D hardware. You had stuff like Daytona USA, Ridge Racer, and compared to those, this is kind of behind the times. And yet, I think that was kind of what the Spanish and Brazilian markets were looking for. You'll remember Gyoko. They had a very popular rally racing game that was kind of behind the times, but that made big money. So maybe Capcom wanted to do a similar thing.
Maybe they saw that and they're like, oh, we can do this.
We want that Gyoko money.
Mm-hmm.
See, it all ties together. It's also unusual because this is a Capcom game that's never been ported. Capcom has a history of making a ton of retro compilations, but never this one. Whether that's because of the Sega involvement or the limited distribution, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, and that's a good point, Video Game King. Sega did have a big reach in Brazil due to their agreement with Tectoy to actually get their systems manufactured.
That's
there,
true.
so.
Yeah, they had manufacturing plants so they could dodge the taxes that would normally be levied against them.
Yeah, they let Tectoy, I think, take over manufacturing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this game, the big mechanic is in the title. It is the Slipstream. If you're behind a car for a couple seconds, you'll start the turbo, and a really excited guy will scream, "Slipstream!"
So that's what that was.
Yeah.
This is a good-looking game.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as good looking as the BBW games, the big wheeled cars.
Big, beautiful wheels.
I mean, look at this car. This takes up 10% of the screen at most. Really behind the times. But I gotta say something, this plays way better than those other games. Oh, there's ad for Foster's. That's Australian for beer.
Yeah. Do you think that these companies actually paid for this, or do you think that they were just like, fuck it, who cares? No one's gonna notice.
If this was early 90s, I would have said that Capcom might have ripped it off, but by 95, I bet they paid for the rights.
So do you think Foster's paid them, or they paid Foster's?
Oh, I don't know. Do they even sell Foster's in Brazil?
Fuji Television, like...
Brazilians, weigh in. How much Foster's do you drink
Yeah,
per year?
actually, I think there are some people from Brazil in here. Do they have Foster's in Brazil? Do they have Fuji Television in Brazil?
So many questions. But, to wrap it up, this game's surprisingly playable. Give it a shot. It's the rare Capcom racing game from that time. Yeah, usually they were all about fighting games and beat-em-ups, but occasionally they'd see a niche that needed to be filled in other markets, and they did their best to do that. Gotta compete with Gyoko. So let's move on to our final game. The System 32 hardware is now officially dead. No one has made more games for it. That's it. The thing is kaput. It's going to be replaced with Model 2, Model 3, and STV hardware. But Sega, for whatever reason, they decided to upgrade the System 32 hardware, grafting on parts of the Sega Saturn to make one final game. And that game is called Cool Riders. This is a very recently emulated game, and it plays very jankily, so buyer beware.
More Kitten confirms that Foster's or Fuji TV are not Brazil, so that was a little...
Oh, damn it, Capcom.
I can't believe they lied to us.
You dropped the ball.
Next I'm going to learn that they don't really have fighting robots. Hot and cool?
Hot and cool, Cool Riders.
Oh, I love this.
This game is wild as shit. Yeah, first of all, it's a weird Frankenstein hardware that combines System 32 and STV hardware. Look at this intro. Look at those graphics.
Oh my god.
Here it is, the final sort of System 32 game that's half Saturn.
Yeah, it's called the H1.
Yeah, the H1 hardware, used for this and a prototype coin pusher game, and that's it. They developed this weird hardware just for this game.
Turn it down a little bit. Wow, look at that guy!
Mm-hmm.
That guy looks like...
So there's tons of good characters in this game, dude. Look at all these. Look at this.
I love Gloria! Who the fuck is Gloria?
I like David and Charlie. We gotta go with Gloria, though.
I like Gloria, I like Dr. Vincent. These characters are cool!
This is a very rarely seen game. I don't think they made many cabinets of it. Just the fact that it exists is kind of an anomaly. And the fact that it was emulated is a miracle. Look at him push!
I love her. I fucking love her.
So if you thought Outrunners was wild, holy shit, you haven't seen nothing yet. This game is pure Sega. Pure uncut Sega. Them at their weirdest. And you know what? It's kind of fun.
Who is that? Are they... Okay, they're on a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Dr. Vincent. It's the old man.
Get out of here, Dr. Vincent.
Kick his ass. Oh, he's your rival?
Fuck
Kick his
outta here.
ass. He's like on a mobility scooter or some shit. No, that's a bike. Okay.
He's tearing shit up, though.
He really is. You know they make mobility scooters that look like Vespas now?
I jumped over the entire Golden Gate Bridge.
That was fucking... Oh, damn. I love this game's...
Help me, boys.
I love this game's aesthetic so fucking much.
Yeah.
This game
You can
great.
think of this as the ultimate superscaler game. I believe this actually came out after Daytona USA, which is kind of amazing to consider. Like, maybe Sega was hedging their bets. Maybe they were like, this polygon thing might not catch on. We should still make superscalar games.
Everyone loves this game. This is Outrunners on Coke. Thank you, Mark Kitten.
Pretty much.
That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I see. I don't think anybody in this game isn't on Coke. I mean...
No. This is the most coked up game. What were those, basketballs? Who even knows?
God, I just...
Let's go to the Grand Canyon.
Okay. God, good luck.
Also, this game has multiple paths, like more than any Outrun game that I can think of. So, replay value is off the charts. We're on the Great Wall of China?
In the Grand Canyon.
In the Grand Canyon, yeah. See, when I think Sega...
This game owns.
When I think Sega, I think games like this. Games that just don't give a fuck. That are just way, way off the rails. I'm gonna go inside a giant dinosaur, it's cool.
Yes.
I'm real glad MAME emulates this.
You gotta keep playing. Keep playing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
gotta see some more pathways for sure. Look at all those paths!
Oh my god.
What's that Chicago guy doing?
This music! Everything about this!
There was no oversight with this game. It was just do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm glad, because this is the kind of racing game I'd want to make.
Mm-hmm.
Just...
Alright, who should we be this time?
Gloria, David, Vincent, Garcia. Big Boss?
I want to go with the married couple.
Okay.
David and Charlie.
They got married in Vegas. Look at that. They're from Italy, too.
Oh.
Love
He's playing
machine.
guitar. Love those jerky two-frame digitized animations.
Oh, they're so in love. They were looking at each other.
Aw.
Everything about this game is fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, Chuck, but did you say that the Outrunners team worked on this?
That would not surprise me in the least. Hey, it's our honeymoon, so let's go to Niagara Falls.
That is a perfect honeymoon destination. You go there with your sweetheart, you see all the water going down, and you're just like, wow, I love you.
Oh, we're driving through the waterfall.
Go to the rainbow! Yes! God, I love the backside of water. It's beautiful.
It looks just like this.
I love this. No trucks!
Stinking trucks.
My enemy.
Stinking cops.
Okay, yeah, this is AM1. The folks behind Outrunners and other stuff, probably. Sorry.
Sure enough. Let's go to Greenland. What the hell?
Hey, you gotta go somewhere. I like all the muscle bot. Let me try that again. I like all the muscle boys at the side, just flexing for you.
It's weird that that's a common theme, muscle boys.
There have been so many muscle boys on
System
this
32
stream.
is the hardware you want if you want to render muscle boys.
It is. It is. We have seen so many muscular men, and I am here for it. I mean, I thank you, Sega. Thank you.
Sega, we thank you. Come on.
Dog IRL calls this PC 98 erotic visual novel music.
Makes sense to me.
It really is, yeah.
Let's go to England. We know some people there.
Should I call this muscleware here?
Check it out, it's England.
And yeah, unfortunately, we did have to deal with ice physics on our honeymoon, which I think is unfair. And
Did I see the Loch Ness Monster? I'm seeing a lot of shit. Oh, now it's just fields.
Are they on a chair of some kind? No, okay, it's just a big motorcycle. Doing our best. Come on, man.
Okay, I have to do at least just one more credit. I want to take the right pathway this time.
If your marriage can survive ice physics, it's forever.
That's how you know you found the one.
Thank you, Krungling.
Alright, one more.
Okay, I love them.
There's just so many different pathways and characters to pick.
Alright, last has gotta be the last one. Wait, did that guy have a kid? There's a cowboy!
Yeah, he does. He's got a couple kids.
Okay, I want to see this.
Alright, Big Boss. Here's your chance.
Big Boss and the baby bosses.
Oh my god, look! Oh, the kid's on the back the whole time. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Alright, here's the requisite big vehicle. This takes up a lot of the screen. I appreciate that.
The big wheels are back, baby!
Alright, we're starting off in the Grand Canyon, kid. Don't fall off. Look, I got a kid here. Baby on board, literally.
Exactly, dad core.
It's a character for everyone. Dads, newlyweds, grads.
Dads, grads.
Get that fucking bird off me! Bird tried to steal my kid!
That sucks! It's a
Ain't enough, I gotta win a race, I gotta worry about my kids getting taken by birds.
A giant rock swoops down and just...
Good news, kids, we're going to Hawaii. Hold your breath. Hey, we're here.
Or Hawaii.
I miss this Sega. The Sega who was just weird and wild and out there and just didn't really care. The Sega who would put a blue sky and a rainbow in like half the levels in the game. That's the Sega I like.
I love this. This is set before Peace Walker. I think that's Solid Snake on the back there.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Or like one of his clones. Yeah, that looks like a vat-grown boy.
Let's go to Japan. You kids want to go to Japan? Let's go. Ooh, nice moon.
I was gonna say, perfect time of year to go.
It's
Cherry
beautiful.
blossoms.
Hope those birds don't come back.
Well, you are going under the Torii gate, so watch out.
Oh, Lord. Oh, it's such a good game.
This is amazing, Danny.
Ninjas! Freaking ninjas! Get out of here! Get out of here, you ninjas!
I love your child just like not giving a shit.
No. It's good, folks. This game's good. Highly recommended. Okay, that's the best game of the stream right there. It's good we ended with the showstopper, because now the show has to stop.
Must it?
Cool Riders. It is very cool indeed. Highly recommended you check that out.
Moose!
Just,
What's going on
just
back there?
unbelievable. That is an unbelievably Sega game, and I have to respect it for
Did
that.
you see they had a copyright credit for Born to Be Wild?
Yeah, they even licensed Born to Be Wild. They did it right. And that was Sega in the 90s, doing it right, making the best, most memorable, weirdest, and wildest arcade games. And that's System 32 hardware in a nutshell. How we survived that.
How?
Barely anything went wrong.
Hey! Did you see that?
Yeah.
Thank you!
It's even got pride.
Oh, thank you, Sega. Thank you. Ah, that's so fucking good.
Alright, click back on the main window. I want to give some recommendations here.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Hold on.
Top 5 games I'd recommend. Cool Riders.
Mm-hmm.
Hard Dunk. Jurassic Park, of course. Give SegaSonic the Hedgehog a try. You've definitely never played a SegaSonic game like that. Or rather, just a Sonic game. And check out Outrunners and Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder. Those are all great games. Spider-Man's pretty good. Air Rescue is good, because it's got the boys in it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, give them all a try. There's
try
no
'em
such
all.
thing as a bad Sega game. They've never made one. You can't tell me any different. And that is the Sega System 32, as rendered imperfectly by MAME. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to BMF who gave us 200 bits for a powerful stream.
Oh yeah, Slipstream's good too. Check
Yeah.
that out. Oh right, Coliseum. Yes, that is also a top 5 game. An excellent game.
You're not allowed to lie.
It's the end of the stream. I can lie as much as I want.
Fair enough.
End it. And we're done here. What is that? Is
That
that the Sega
is-
Cube?
Oh, you can't see that. That is here, let me make this big. That is Coliseum.
Oh my God.
That is people standing around Coliseum looking dumbfounded. I found that from a trade magazine.
They do look dumbfounded, as was I when I first saw Coliseum. So there you go, Sega System 32. 32-bit hardware that really pushed the limits of what you can do with scaled sprites. And as it turns out, you can do quite a bit, because boy, those games hold up in terms of graphics and playability. Check them out if you get a chance. It's just a weird part of Sega history that I thought needed covering. It was sandwiched right between those Sega System 16 games everyone knows and the Model 1 and 2 games. Lost history, and yet they're all preserved in MAME, so do play them if you have a chance.
And we got 32 bits from Orange Ride, who says, "Thanks for the System 32-bit stream."
Cool, thank you. Yeah, that was cool. That was fun. Hey, MAME didn't take a giant dump on us this time.
Hey!
It only refused to run one game, which, you know, I'll take it. I'll
Thank
definitely
you.
take it. We're Retro Pals. We do this sort of thing every so often, even really bad ideas like this one. The patrons wanted to see Sega System 32, and by God, that's what we gave them. So if you want to become a patron and tell us what to do, boss us around, go to patreon.com/retropals, pitch in $5 a month, and you'll get access to our weekly polls. This week, I ain't gonna lie to you, this took a lot out of me. I was up till 1 o'clock last night, spending a total of more than 4 hours configuring all these goddamn analog games.
Yeah, Danny worked his ass off.
So for next week, I think I'm gonna take it easy, and unfortunately, unfortunately, I'm gonna hand control of the poll over to Alex,
Yep.
who will present a variety of Windows games for you to vote for next week, because some people like those for some reason.
Sure do.
I guess I'll be here to watch that. It should be fun. No idea how that's going to turn out. That's all in Alex's hands, so who knows?
Who knows?
Alex, wrap us up. I'll look for host.
Well, do check us out next Wednesday for when we have good old unbanned. I did get Danny to unban Windows 95 streams. Hopefully he won't ban it again after this, but we'll
It
see.
better be good. I want nothing but good games. None of that Rob Schneider shit.
Oh, well, I think I can avoid Rob Schneider, but I don't know about good. Anyways, we're also on YouTube at youtube.com/retropals. We post highlights of our streams there, along with our podcasts and original scripted videos like PlayStation Year One. So do check that out. It's a cool place.
They
And
say it gets cooler.
God. We're also on Twitter at twitter.com/retropalshq. You can catch when we go live there, along with when we have others, when we got stuff on YouTube and other cool announcements. And also you can see what our fans say. Usually it's not obscene.
Usually. Alright, who do we got here? We got a bunch of people playing video games. Weird.
Really?
That's so bizarre.
I can't believe people do that. Don't they know? Don't they know the truth about video games?
Okay, I have to check this out. Is this
Okay.
for real? Is Games Done Quick really streaming a Scunny game?
No! No Scunny!
Okay, well... Folks, you gotta learn about this sometime. There was a mascot character for PCs. Made several Windows games. This is a squirrel by the name of Scunny. This is Scunny Save the Pizzas, which is being played as part of Cuso Grande on the Games Done Quick channel. May God help us all. Good luck with Scunny. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
See ya, folks.